All right, so today you are doing a review of the igneous rocks. You're going to be doing an activity. There's going to be like 10 questions, and then you're going to do the quiz, which is 11 questions. 10 are what you have to do. The 11th is the bonus. Make sure you do this first. All right, so igneous rocks, we know that it comes from the solidification of lava or magma. And extrusive means formed on the outside of the volcano. So you can see on my drawing right here, I've got extrusive is outside, while intrusive means formed inside. So intrusive is inside. On yours, you can add a text box so that you have extrusive outside, intrusive inside. Igneous rocks are either light or dark in color, and gabbro is high in density while granite is low in density. Pardon me. Granite is felsic, which means it is rich in elements of silicon and aluminum, SiAl. If you need help with those, again, look at the bottom back page 16. It will give you the symbols and what they mean. Gabbro is mafic, which is rich in iron and magnesium. And then you have pumice and scoria, which are described as vesicular, which means they have gas pockets or holes in them. So looking at this lovely little diagram right here, I'm showing you 7 highlighted rocks, which are on the next slide. So first you have right here, you've got pumice and scoria. So pumice is the light side where scoria is the dark side. These have air pockets in them. Pumice is really, really, really light and it floats on water. These are also called pyroclastic bombs. So when they're shot out so fast and are drying so, like, cooling so fast, they become literal bombs that can actually explode into bits and pieces when they hit the ground. Next thing you see, extrusive or outside, you see basalt. That is the stuff that typically is like right on the edge of the lava as it is cooling. As you go farther down, because it is so close, it tends to be darker. As you go down farther, you tend to get lighter and you see rhyolite. And then you have over here in the ocean is obsidian. So where that lava finally hits the ocean, it turns into obsidian, that glassy color. Inside, you're going to notice granite, which is light in color, and gabbro, which is dark in color. Granite will have more of the potassium feldspar, biotite, and quartz in it, whereas gabbro is going to probably be darker and will have olivine or pyroxene in it. All right, so the rocks that I was telling you about that I thought would be a good idea for you to know or highlight in your reference table, page 6, definitely would want to highlight. You can see I've highlighted mine. You're going to have obsidian, and then you'll have pumice and scoria. You'll notice they do have, pumice has the air pockets. You can kind of see scoria. Scoria tends to be a little bit rougher than pumice. And then you've got rhyolite right here. You've got little dark specks in it. And then boring basalt. It looks just like rock. And then you have granite right here that you can see some crystals in it. And gabbro, because I got the light really well with this, you can see some reflection off of the crystals. So these are the 7 that you would really want to highlight and know out of the igneous rocks on page 6. So how can you determine the amount of a mineral in an igneous rock? You have this on page 6. So you would have highlighted the different rocks I was talking about: obsidian, pumice, scoria, rhyolite, basalt, granite, gabbro. Those would be the ones that you want to look at. So if I want to use this chart right here to find out what mineral has a certain amount of, what rock has a certain amount of mineral in it, how about I give you an example? I know that was really weird. So how can you determine it? I'll give you an example. So name an intrusive igneous rock that has very coarse in texture and contains 40% quartz, 10% plagioclase feldspar, and 25% feldspar. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of paper and I'm going to line it up along this edge. Either edge would work. You're going to line up a blank piece of paper and you're going to mark down where the percents are. So just to give you a heads up, if you look here, I'm sorry, this is in my way, so I'm going to look over here. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So on that line, at that 40 line, I'm going to mark it. And then I'm going to mark where it's 25. So right at the 25 mark, I'm going to mark it. And let's see if it'll go away. And at the 10 mark, I'm going to mark it. I know that's a little low. That's okay. So now that I've marked it, okay, so this went a little wonky. Okay, so first things first, you're going to take it. I know what I did now. All right, so you're going to take this sheet of paper that you had previously right here, and you're going to bring it up top, and you're going to try and measure out that 10. And remember how I said down here, if I can get that stupid thing to move out of my way, how the 10 doesn't exactly line up perfectly? Well, this is where you want to be a little bit more accurate than I was. So when you line it up, this would be about right, where you've got the potassium feldspar right there. That's about 10%. I'm measuring. And then I'm measuring my quartz, and the quartz said it's about 40%. So I'm going to take the bottom, measure all the way to the top, and that's about 40%. Then I'm going to find the 25% potassium feldspar. And I'm going to put it down here and measure it up to here. So I'm about halfway, and I'm on this side. So I'm going to look at coarse and what is on this side that has those, that is intrusive. So here's my intrusive. There's my coarse. I'm left with granite because pegmatite would have like amphibole and that, and plagiobiotite in it. Whereas we're having granite that is more, it's about the 25, where the 25 is. Those like impose on each other. And you can see like right about here is the 25% mark. That's where I have the bottom of the feldspar. And right about here is my granite. My answer is going to be definitely granite because of course that's the only coarse one. The only other ones we could look at is maybe diorite, gabbro, diabase, but they wouldn't because again, biotite and plagioclase doesn't have biotite in it. And your answer, once we get all that, is granite. Okay, so now that we're done with this, please go and take your do the activity, watch the little video for the activity, and then you're going to be set for your quiz.